Oh, there we go. Y'all, welcome back. It's time to read. It's time to read our book, The Richest Man in Babylon. We have been reading this story. We started reading this story on Sunday, and we read Sunday, and we read on Sunday, and we read Monday. I think we read Sunday or Monday, one of those days. So we're back. We're back to reading our book. So if you don't read, don't worry about it because I got you covered. I got you covered. This is an amazing book. And it is, you can go to YouTube. It's on YouTube. Go to YouTube and pull it up. It's on audio. And you can listen to this book on your way to work, on your way home from work, on your lunch break. Get this book in your spirit. Get this book in your spirit. You will not, you will not be disappointed. So get it in your spirit and start listening to it in the audio. It's going to really change your life. When I say change your life, it's going to really, really change your life. You, it's 100, this book is 116 pages. It's 116 pages. You it's an amazing read. It's an amazing read. And I was trying to see. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So yeah, it's an amazing read. It's on audio. Go to YouTube. You're already on YouTube. And the name of the book is The Richest Man in Babylon. And I'm trying to finish this book because we have another book that I'm going to read because I'm trying really, really hard to get people into reading again because reading has become a lost art because people just don't read anymore. A lot of people, I go to the library. Yeah, it's not a lot of people at the library. Not at all. It's not a lot of people at the library. It's um it's just not, people just don't read like they used to at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and start reading. We are on, let me tell you what it's about. I'm gonna read the back here and let you know what it's about. So it says, money is plentiful. The name of the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Like I don't need my glasses. It says, money is plentiful for those who understand the simple laws which govern its acquisition. The original 1926 classic. In the early 1920s, George S. Clason wrote a collection of parables set in ancient Babylon that provided guidance on one's financial well being. These parables were distributed as pamphlets to U.S. banking and insurance customers and were so well received by the public that in 1926, the parables were collected into one volume under the title of his most famous story, The Richest Man in Babylon. Largely seen as a classic in personal finance advice, The Richest Man in Babylon has provided millions with guidance and inspirations for financial wellness. So, this book is about financial wellness, how to get your finances together, and all of that. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, I'm currently on page 32 in the book now. So let me go ahead and get started. So, like I said, I've started last Sunday and then I read on this Sunday or Monday. And we're back reading tonight on Monday. We're trying to get this book finished so we can start on another book. So it says, the third cure, make thy gold multiply. Behold, thy lean purse is fattening. Thou hast disciplined thyself to leave therein 1/10 of all thy earnest. Thou hast controlled thy expenditures to protect thy growing treasure. Next, we will consider means to put thy treasure to labor and to increase. Gold in a purse is gratifying to own, and satisfies a miserly soul, but earns nothing. The gold we may retain from our earnings is but the start. The earnings it will make shall build our fortunes. So it should build fortunes, they say. Build fortunes. So spoke Arcad upon the third day to his class. How therefore may we put our gold to work? My first investment was unfortunate, for I lost all. Is tell I will relate later. My first profitable investment was a loan I made to a man named Agar, a shield maker. Once each year did he buy large shipments of bronze brought from across the sea to use in his trade. Lacking sufficient capital to pay the merchants, he would borrow from those who had extra coins. He was an honorable man. His borrowing he would repay, together with the liberal rental as he sold his shields. Each time I loaned to him, I loaned back also the rental he had paid to me. Therefore, not only did my capital increase, but its earnings likewise increased. Most gratifying was it to have these sums returned to my purse. I tell you, my students, a man's wealth is not in the coins he carries in his purse. It is the income he buildeth, the golden stream that continually floweth into his purse and keepeth it always bulging. Meaning, it's all that money that he making. Not it's what's constantly growing and growing and growing. That's the money maker. Okay, that's the money maker. That is what every man desireth. That is what thou each one of these desireth, an income that continueth to come, whether thou work or travel. So you want money that's flowing. You want it to be flowing, whether you at home, you not home, or whatever the case might be. That's what you want to create, because that's what I want to create. That's what I'm working towards. Whether I'm here or not, I still got money. It's constantly growing and flowing. Growing. You want two things: money that grow and flow. You want to make your money grow and flow. Great income I have acquired, so great that I am called a very rich man. My loans to Agar were my first training in profitable investment. Gaining wisdom from this experience, I extended my loans and investments as my capital increased. From a few sources at first, from many sources later, flowed into my purse a golden stream of wealth available for such wise users as I should decide. Behold, from my humble earnings, I have begotten a horde of golden slaves, each laboring and earning more gold. As they labored for me, so their children also labor, and their children's children, until great was the income from their combined efforts. So he making money off the whole family. He's making money off the whole entire family. The daddy, the little kid, the next to the little kid. So he making money like wildflower, y'all. And it said, um, as they labor for me, so their children also labor, and their children's children, until great was the income from their combined efforts. Gold increased rapidly when making reasonable earnings, as thou wilt see from the following. A farmer, when his first son was born, took 10 pieces of silver to a money lender and asked him to keep it on rental for his son until he became 21 years of age. So his dad invested in his son when he was a little bitty, when a baby. And he invested, and when he turned 21, so a farmer when it this the money lender did and agreed the rental should be 1/4 of its value each 4 years. The farmer asked because this sum he had set aside as belonging to his son, that the rental be added to the principal. When the boy had reached the age of 20 years, the farmer again went to the money lender to inquire about the silver. The money lender explained that because this sum had been increased by compound interest, the original 10 pieces of silver had now grown to 30 and one half pieces. Ain't that something, y'all? He started out with 10 pieces and it increased, and then he gained interest on top of that. Gained interest on top of that. And it says, the farmer was well pleased, and because the son did not need the coins, he left them with the money lender. When the son became 50 years of age, the farmer, meantime, having passed to the other world, the money lender paid the son in settlement 167 pieces of silver. Thus, in 50 years, had the investment multiplied itself at rental almost 70 times. 17 times. This then is the third cure for a lean purse to put each coin to, laboring that it may reproduce its kind, even as the flocks of the field, and help bring to the income a stream of wealth that shall flow continually into the purse. You got to save your money. You got to save your money, because if you don't save your money, then I'm not sure when it's on this. It takes a while for them to come and be, because it's a different outside system that I'm on now, not through the YouTube. And but I'm reading back on the book tonight, The Richest Man in Babylon, and it says the fourth cure: guard thy treasure from loss. Keep your treasure, keep your money up, save your money, put your money in a safe place so you don't lose it. Misfortune loves a shining mark. Gold in a man's purse must be guarded with firmness, else it will be lost. Thus, it is wise that we must first secure small amounts and learn to protect them before the gods entrust us with larger. So spoke Arcad upon the fourth day of his class. Every owner of gold is tempted by opportunities, whereby it would seem that he could make large sums by its investment in most plausible projects. Often, friends and relatives are eagerly entering such investment and urge him to follow. The first sound principle of investment is security. For thy principle, it is wise to be intrigued by large earnings when thy principle may be lost. I say not. The penalty of risk is possible loss. Study carefully before parting with thy treasure. Each assurance that it may be safely reclaimed, meaning that you're going to get it back safely. What you put in, you want back safely, a safe return. Be not misled by thine own romantic desires to make wealth rapidly. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush. Take your time with your money. If you're in a hurry, that's when we lose our money. We lose it. So let me see where I'm at, y'all, because y'all know I be. Before thou loan it to any man, assure thyself of his ability to repay and his reputation for doing so, that thou mayest not unwillingly be making him a present of thy hard-earned treasure. Don't loan your money to people that can't pay you back. Do not loan your money to people that can't pay you back. You need your money. Okay? You need your money. Before thou entrust it as an investment in any field, acquaint thyself with the dangers which may beset it. My own first investment was a tragedy to me at the time. The guarded savings of a year I did entrust to a brickmaker named Azumar, who was traveling over the far seas, and in Tyre agreed to buy for me the rare jewels of the Phoenicians. These we would sell upon his return and divide the profits. The he got played. He got played, y'all. And look, this is the book that I'm reading. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. Get it? It's on YouTube, and you can listen to it. Y'all, listen to this book on your way to work. Listen to this book on your way home. Listen to this book, because I promise you, it'll make you want to do right by your money. It will make you want to do right. And it's narrated. So yeah. So it says, um, So the brick maker got his money. Um, so he said, these we will sell upon his return and divide the profits. The Phoenicians were scoundrels and sold him bits of glass. So the man he gave the money to, he got he got scammed as well. So he lost all their money. And it said, my treasure was lost. Today, my training would show me at once the folly of entrusting a brickmaker to buy jewels. That was crazy right there. How did brickmaker go? You gonna trust a brickmaker? He don't know nothing about that. So, therefore, do I advise thee from the wisdom of my experiences, be not too confident of thine own wisdom in entrusting thy treasures to the possibility pitfalls of investments. Invest, but be careful while investing. Get to don't just invest because your cousin them they invested. No, don't do that because you're gonna be like him, lose your savings. And he said, better by far to consult the wisdom of those experienced in handling money for profit. Such advice is freely given for the asking and may rarely possess a value equal in gold to the sum thou considerest investing. In truth, such is its actual value if it save thee from loss. Whatever you want to do, get with somebody that's doing what you want to do. Because if you want to be a singer, well, what you doing over there with the lawn care person? No, get with somebody that sing and they could help you with your voice or whatever it might be, y'all. This then is the fourth cure for a lean purse and of great importance if it prevent thy purse from being emptied once it has become well filled. Guard thy treasure from loss by investing only where thy principal is safe, meaning your total amount, where it may be reclaimed if desirable, and where thou wilt not fail to collect a fair rental. Consult with wise men. Secure the advice of those experienced in the profitable handling of gold. Let their wisdom protect thy treasure from unsafe investment. They're saying, be careful. Be careful. Don't just be out here talking about thank you. Don't be out here talking about, well, my cousin said that he got money from it. So I'm don't no. Don't trust your cousin. Don't trust your cousin. Don't trust nobody. Go to people that's doing it. Whatever you want to do, go to people that's doing it. So the fifth cure, so it's seven cures, so we're on the fifth because I've already started reading the book previously. The fifth cure, make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. If a man seeth aside 9 parts of his earnings upon which to live and enjoy life, and if any part of this 9 parts he can turn into a profitable investment without detriment to his well-being, then so much faster will his treasures grow. So spake Arcad to his class at their fifth lesson. All too many of our men of Babylon do raise their families in unseemly quarters, meaning not so good, not so good. They do pay to exacting landlords liberal rentals for rooms where their wives have not a spot to raise the blooms that gladden a woman's heart, and their children have no place to play their games except in the unclean alleys. So they living in a mess. Sometimes that's where you be till you get on your feet. No man's family can fully enjoy life unless they do have a plot of ground wherein children can play in the clean earth and where the wife may raise not only blossom but good rich herbs to feed her family. To a man's heart, it brings gladness to eat the figs from his own trees and the grapes of his own vines. That's the truth. To be able to eat from something that you planted, that's yes. To own his own domicile and to have it a place he is proud to care for, putting confidence in him. Heart and greater effort behind all his endeavors. Therefore, do I recommend that every man own the roof that shelters him and his. He's saying, buy you a house. Don't be renting. Get you something that can be yours. You working towards being yours. That's what he's saying. Nor is it beyond the ability of any well-intended intentioned man to own his home. Have not our great king so widely extended the walls of Babylon that within them much land is now unused and may be purchased at sums more reasonable? Get you some land, get you a house, get your kids some space, get out them apartments. Your kids need to be able to be free and expand. Also, I say to you, my students, that the money lenders gladly consider the desires of men who seek homes and land for their families. Readily may thou borrow to pay the brickmaker and the builder for such commendable purposes, if thou can show a reasonable portion of the necessary sum which thou thyself had provided for the purpose. Then, when the house be built, thou canst pay the money lender with the same regularly as thou didst pay the landlord. Saying that you could pay the same money when you was paying the landlord. Now you get buying a house, you'll be able to pay them. Don't worry about it, because each payment will reduce thy indebtedness to the money lender. A few years will satisfy his loan. Then will thy heart be glad, because thou wilt own in thy own right a valuable property, and thy only cost will be the king's taxes. Saying you can get this. The only thing, once you pay it off, only thing you're gonna owe is taxes. You can get this. Also, wilt thy good wife go more often to the river to wash thy robes, that each time returning she may bring a goat skin of water to pour upon the growing things? Thus come many blessings to the man who owneth his own house, and greatly will it reduce his cost of living, making available more of his earnings for pleasures and the gratification of his desires. This then is the fifth cure for a lean purse. Own thy home. Get your house. Buy your house. Invest in it. That's what he's saying. The sixth cure, ensure a future income. Don't just think about right now. Think about your future. Your future as you get older. Think about that. Think about it. The life of every man proceedeth from his childhood to his old age. This is the path of life, and no man may deviate from it unless the gods call him prematurely to the world beyond. He's saying everybody gonna get old. Prepare for it. We all gonna get old. Therefore do I say that it behooves a man to make preparation for a suitable income in the days to come, when he is no longer young, and to make preparation for his family should he be no longer with them to comfort and support them. So if you men, get your wife, get your family, make preparation for them, so that way when you going on to wherever you going, when God call you or whoever call you, prepare the place for your family. Where they don't have to, your wife don't have to worry, and your kids don't have to worry, because you did what you're supposed to have done for your family, and then you go on that God call you on home. This lesson shall instruct thee in providing a full purse when time has made thee less able to learn. So Arcad addressed his class upon the sixth day. The man who, because of his understanding of the laws of wealth, acquired a growing surplus, should give thou to those future days. He should plan certain investments or provisions that may endure safely for many years, yet will be available when the time arrives, which he has so wisely anticipated. There are diverse ways by which a man may provide with safety for his future. He may provide a hiding place and there bury a secret treasure. I don't know about nowadays, them secret treasures. I don't know about that. But whatever he do, and yet, no matter with what skill it be hidden, it may nevertheless become the loot of thieves. For this reason, I recommend not this plan. Don't do that because they're gonna come steal your stuff. They'll come steal your stuff. So don't. That ain't a good thing. And a man may bury may be, a man may buy houses or lands for this purpose, if wisely chosen as to their usefulness and value in the future. They are permanent in their value and their earnings, or their sale will provide well for their purpose. A man may loan a small sum to the moneylender and increase it at regular periods. The rental which the moneylender adds to this will largely add to its increase. I do know a sandal maker named Asan, who explained to me not long ago that each week for 8 years he had deposited with his moneylender 2 pieces of silver. The moneylender had but recently given him an accounting over which he greatly rejoiced. The total of his small deposits, with their rental and the customary rate of 1/4 their value for each 4 years, had now become 1,040 pieces of silver. Wow. Wow. A small investment grew like that. Wow. And hold on, let me find my spot. I'm gonna have to make sure I put my finger because I forgot. Okay, so it said, I did gladly encourage him further by demonstrating to him with my knowledge of the numbers that in 12 years more, if he would keep his regular deposits of but 2 pieces of silver each week, the money lender would then owe him 4,000 pieces of silver, a worthy competence for the rest of his life. Wow. Surely, when such a small payment made with regular does produce such profitable results, no man can afford not to ensure treasure of his old age and the protection of his family, no matter how preposterous his business and his investments may be. I would that I might say more about this. In my mind rests a belief that someday, wise thinking men will devise a plan to ensure against death, whereby many men pay in but a trifling sum regularly aggregate, making a handsome sum for the family of each member who passed to the beyond. This do I see as something desirable and which I could highly recommend. But today it is not possible because it must reach beyond the life of any man or any partnership to operate. It must be as stable as the king's throne. That's stable. Someday do I feel that such a plan shall come to pass and be a great blessing to many men? Because even the first small payment will make available a snug fortune for the family of a member should he pass on. But because we live in our own day and not in the days which are to come, but we take advantage of those means and ways of accomplishing our purposes. Therefore, do I recommend to all men that they, by wise and well thought out methods, do provide against a lean purse in their mature years. For a lean purse to a man no longer able to earn to a family without its head is a sore tragedy. This then is the sixth cure for a lean purse. Provide in advance for the needs of thy growing age and the protection of thy family. He telling you, get yourself together. Get yourself together Save your money, invest your money, don't loan your money. This book is so good. Make sure y'all go on in the morning, y'all go to work, find this on YouTube. The Richest Man in Babylon. You're gonna want to listen to it over and over and over. So this is the seventh cure. This is the last cure for the night. So the seventh cure: increase thy ability to earn. Constantly earn so you can save. So when you get old, you can enjoy your old age instead of stressing about you didn't save enough money when you was young. This day do I speak to thee, my students, of one of the most vital remedies for a lean purse. Yet I will talk not of gold, but of yourselves, of the men beneath the robes of many colors who do sit before me. I will talk to you of those things within the minds and lives of men which do work for or against their success. Because you know you can work against your own success, right? Y'all know that, huh? So did Arcad address his class upon the seventh day. Not long ago came to me a young man seeking to borrow. When I questioned him the cause of his necessity, he complained that his earnings were insufficient to pay his expenses. Thereupon I explained to him, this being the case, he was a poor customer. Say you a poor customer. The money lender, as he possessed no surplus earning capacity to repay the loan. So he couldn't take. He was like the bank. He couldn't take a chance because what are you doing? You he don't have any money left over, so that means he not gonna pay him. What you need, young man, I told him, is to earn more coins. You need to make more money. That's what you need to do, young man. What does thou to increase thy capacity to earn? All I can do, he replied. 6 times within 2 moons have I approached my master to request my pay be increased, but without success, no man can go oftener than that. He can't go more than that. I asked the man. The man's still talking about no, no. Well, you need to find another job. We may smile at his simplicity, yet he did possess one of the vital requirements to increase his earnings. Within him was a strong desire to earn more, a proper and commendable desire. Pretending accomplishment must be desired. Thy desires must be strong and definite. General desires are but weak longings. For a man to wish to be rich is of little purpose. For a man to desire 5 pieces of gold is a tangible desire which he can press to fulfillment. After he has backed his desire for 5 pieces of gold with strength of purpose to secure it, next he can find similar ways to obtain 10 pieces and then 20 pieces and later 1,000 pieces, and behold, he has become wealthy. In learning to secure his one definite small desire, he hath trained himself to secure a larger one. So he said, I can get more. If I got this right here, I can get more. So I'm going to go after more. This is the process by which wealth is accumulated. First in small sums, then in larger ones, and as a man learns and becomes more capable. Desires must be simple and definite. They defeat their own purpose should they be too many, too confusing, or beyond a man's training to accomplish. As a man perfected himself in his calling, even so doeth his ability to earn increase. In those days when I was a humble scribe, carving upon the day for a few coppers each day, I observed that other workers did more than I and were paid more. Therefore, did I determine that I would be exceeded by none. I would be exceeded by none. Nor did it take long for me to discover the reason for their greater success. More interest in my work, more concentration upon my task, more persistence in my effort, and behold, few men could carve more tablets in a day than I. With reasonable promptness, my increased skills was rewarded, nor was it necessary for me to go 6 times to master to request recognition. The moral, the more wisdom we know, the more we can earn. That man who seeks to learn more of his craft shall be richly rewarded. If he is an artisan, he may seek to learn the methods and the tools of those most skillful in the same line. If he laboreth at the law or at healing, he may console and exchange knowledge with others of his calling. If he be a merchant, he may continually seek better goods that can be purchased at lower prices. Always do the affairs of men change and improve because need minded men seek greater skill that they may better serve those upon whose patronage they depend. Therefore, I urge all men to be in the front rank of progress and not stand still, lest they be left behind. Many things come to make a man's life rich with gainful experiences. Such things as the following a man must do if he respect himself. If a man respect himself, he must do these things. He must pay his debts with all the promptness within his power, not purchasing that for which he is unable to pay. He must take care of his family that they may think and speak well of him. He must make a will of record that in case that the gods call him, proper and honorable division of his property be accomplished. He must have compassion upon those who are injured and smitten by misfortune and aid them within reasonable limits. He must do deeds of thoughtfulness to those dear to him. Thus, the seventh and last remedy for a lean purse is to cultivate thy own powers, to study and become wiser, to become more skillful to so act as to respect thyself. Thereby shalt thou acquire confidence in thyself to achieve thy carefully considered desires. These then are the seven cures for a lean purse, which of the experiences of a long and successful life. I do urge for all men who desire wealth, there is one goal in Babylon, than our my students, than thou dreamest of. There is abundance for all. So it's for everybody. It's for everybody. Wealth is for everybody, but you just gotta seek the knowledge and understanding to apply it to go get it. Go through, go thou forth and practice these truths that thou mayest prosper and grow wealthy as it as is thy right. Go through forth and teach these truths that every honorable subject of his majesty may also share literally in the ample wealth of our beloved city. So that's read that. Whew, that was a lot. So we're gonna start tomorrow or sometime, maybe the weekend, on Meet the Goodness of Good Luck. That's our next thing. Meet the Goodness of Good Luck. And we will be on page 42. And like I said, it's 115 pages in here. So we are going to keep reading, reading, and reading, and reading. And when we finish this book, then we're going to pick up this book right here. We're going to pick this book up. 12 week year. This book is next after we finish this one. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be reading. This was my assignment, my homework assignment. Well, I guess you could say homework assignment. My trainer gave this book to me to read. So I'm supposed to be read it, but I know I got sick last week, so I couldn't finish it. But that's where we at, and we'll pick up tomorrow's Thursday, probably Saturday. We'll read some more. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm about to get on the phone here, get in the bed because I want to go to the gym for 6 in the morning. It's 11:50, so I need to get on. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Thank y'all. Wait, I need my glasses because knowing I can't see All right. Good night, y'all. Thank y'all. Let's see. Okay.